This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary, not available in all states or situations.
My name is Lily, and I've had hidradenitis suppurativa, HS, for years. I finally found some relief since taking Cosentyx. Relief means I can show up more.
Cosentyx secukinumab is prescribed for adults with moderate to severe hidradenitis suppurativa, HS. Don't use if you're allergic to Cosentyx. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them may occur, like tuberculosis or other serious bacterial, fungal, or viral infections. Some are fatal. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms like fevers, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, had a vaccine or plan to, or if inflammatory bowel disease symptoms develop or worsen. Serious allergic reactions and severe eczema-like skin reactions may occur. Learn more at 1-844-COSENTYX or Cosentyx.com.
Ask your dermatologist about Cosentyx.
Hey there, critters. This year marks our 10-year anniversary of Critical Role, and we are celebrating with a sold-out live show tour. To help even more critters join the celebration, we are partnering with Fathom Entertainment to bring our 2025 tour to movie theaters across the U.S. and Canada. Join us for 2 separate Australia live shows as characters from Bell's Hells and the Mighty Nine team up at the Shattered Teeth of Exandria. Catch the Sydney live show on June 19th and Melbourne live show on June 25th, both at 7 p.m. local time in Fathom Entertainment partnering theaters. Or if you're as excited as we are to see our game Daggerheart played in Exandria for the first time ever, head to theaters at 7 p.m. local time to see our Indianapolis live show on August 5th. And of course, we've got the wedding of the year coming to theaters on October 15th local time with an iconic Jester and Ford wedding at our New York City live show. Visit fathomentertainment.com/Critical Role to find tickets in theaters near you. That's fathomentertainment.com/Critical Role.
This episode is brought to you by our lovely patrons, Arsenon, Feifei, Bethany M, Deja Vu, Radioactive Jeff, James Hickey, and Gluthoric. Thank you so much.
Episode 27. Live. Is it bravery that defines our lives, or experience from that which we survive, or wisdom from how we change our ways? Or is it just how we count the days? Is it laughter collected and stored in wrinkles, or recognition of love in eyes that twinkle? Or is it image that we project to others, when insides bend and burn and smother? Or is the flaw that we define it all, and argue about journey, path or destination, or fear that road selected could lead us to a dark damnation, while indulging in life's rare sensations? The answers are not construed or conjured, earned or planned, so do not ponder. No, it's something found within. It's rather simple. Question everything.
Question everything.
Welcome back.
Do you really mean we're welcome?
Well, everyone else is welcome. You guys are always welcome. What do you need, special welcome now?
Question everything.
It's going to be a really long episode. I am your Dungeon Master, Cory, joined by Alana, obviously over there questioning everything, but joined by...
Indy playing Freya.
Stacey playing Kaa'Riin.
Lana playing the Questioner Morrigan.
Before we get going, ladies, would you like to shout out our lovely supporters, and I guess some of those who don't? It's possible these are people who don't like us. I guess.
Yes, please.
Yes, we are shouting out our haters.
Oh, yeah. Honestly.
Who said terrible audio quality. No, remember the other one that gave this glowing review that gave us 3 stars? Why? Hold on to that.
Are you still angry?
A little.
Did they change the 3 stars? Have they changed it yet?
I
they haven't heard it yet.
I haven't noticed that.
I would like to shout out All About That Bats over on... I mean, I had to. Over on Instagram, she's a gorgeous redhead with a fantastic red lip. She says that she loves us, and as someone who has no visual imagination, your story makes me feel like I'm actually there with you.
Very
so
nice.
Thank you for sharing your
Very
time with
kind.
us.
Very
Yeah.
kind.
I'm going to shout out Hannah Doyle, who has been inspired by us to be a DM for the first time, or start our own group and DM it for the first time,
That's
which is
cool.
an overwhelmingly huge task as someone who is still writing their So we're about 4 or 5 months into that promise now. So thanks for giving me a new fear of failure. But to that, I say fail forward.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I know. We should get that in Latin somewhere.
Fail forward.
Yeah, it'd sound
I
even
like
more.
it.
I'm Googling it, yeah.
All right, let's find out.
Fail forward.
Is it on a font of some sort? Like a font should be in there somewhere.
Deficient decept.
I beg to differ. I know Latin. I know that one
My
term.
Latin says.
My Latin says. Okay, no, sorry. What is
All
it?
right, for everybody at home who does know their Latin, tempus fugit. Let's move on.
What about pig Latin? I'm just going to quickly shout out Reich. Thank you for sending in our sketch of the
What was the
mushroom
name?
spider. Reich?
Reich.
Spell it.
Rikke. Rikke.
Yeah.
Ricky?
Ricky.
Rocky?
I'd go with anything other than Reich.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good.
Ricky.
Unless that's actually how their name is pronounced and then we have insulted them.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah. What was I saying? Oh, yes, the mushroom spider. You sent in a photo of your mushroom spider that you were sketching when you were listening to episode 5. And thank you very much.
Episode 5.
That's a long time
That
ago.
was years ago.
Back in
Yeah.
the day.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Wow, it's a fair chance Ricky might not even get to this episode. They're just like, screw those people.
Does a shout out happen if the person doesn't hear it? Have they been shouted out?
Or is it a shout in?
There's a tree fall in the forest. Do you have like a thing, if somebody sends you something that you just go, "There's no matter what you do, I will not look at that," because I do. Obviously, if I'm starting the conversation, I do. If someone sends me someone else's video, I never watch it. I'm like, if you didn't make the video, if it's not you in the video,
Oh, no, I watch anything that's sent to me.
oh, good.
Yeah.
Send stuff to her instead then. If you send me a video of something, go, you'll like this, and it's someone rolling a dice, I'm like, no, you do something.
Nah.
Isaac and I send each other TikToks every day, and then after a couple of days, we
Yeah.
sit down and we watch the videos we've sent to each other
Oh,
together.
that's a cool
Yes.
idea.
That's what
That
John and I
is
do
good.
as we're about to go to sleep.
Yeah.
We're like, let's go through all the videos we sent to each other and then we laugh at them together.
Yes.
I get
Yeah.
videos from people from all over the world, and it will be just something. It's not something they've done. It's just something they've liked and thought I would like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't do that.
You're not a, oh, you thought of me kind of person.
No, if
I
you,
love
no, you
that.
don't think
Well, I
you
guess
mean.
they're a stranger.
If you write me something, people who write me lovely things about how they got find the show or where they were listening from, I will read and respond to every single one of them. You send me a video of somebody else going, you know what I like about barbarians? They're angry, and then punching a wall. I'm like, I didn't need to see that.
Oh, that's not usually the stuff we send each other. Like,
No, not each other. I'm saying that's what I get from people.
oh, no, I don't like that.
Yeah, they're
If
like,
it's like something like, so my favorite category, and you can send me this as much as you want, is animal friendships who wouldn't be friends. Oh, that's my fucking and
That is good.
Peggy and Molly is my favorite to follow on Instagram because the magpie and a pit bull that are best friends. Oh, endless adorableness. I
That
love
sounds
it.
adorable.
Yeah.
thank you all those people as well who've been sending us little comments on Spotify now that they've opened that up. So many. I do read them all. I just don't publish them all. If you put a spoiler in there, I don't publish it for the people who haven't seen the episode yet. But for everything else, some really lovely things were said to us most recently for our new episodes. Girls, we need to announce some competition winners who will be receiving they'll be receiving their mystery dice set from Mystery Dice Goblins. Yeah, these are all the people who showed us photos of themselves wherever they listened
I
to our
saw
show
some
from
cool
all
ones.
over the world.
They looked, I did see those. They looked very good.
It's really good fun to find people. So our winners are
Please be me, please be me, please be me.
Andy!
congratulations to
IR Bards from Discord.
Dusty Rose, author from Instagram.
And Darth Vader over on Instagram as well.
and to Cooper, who was the one who actually picked them out because it took him forever. He went through all of them.
Oh, sweet baby.
You know what he's like. So not just because he's indecisive, it's partially because of that. So
He would have taken it so seriously, I
Very
imagine.
seriously.
honestly, the other night we got 2 ice blocks out of the fridge. They're the same flavour. It took him a good 5 minutes to pick which one he wanted.
They melted.
I think it's because he wanted both of them. I don't know. He's trying to figure out how he could do that.
Half of each.
If you're one of those 3 and you haven't heard from us already, make sure you reach out to us so we can get your dice to us. But by now, we've probably already found you. If you aren't one of those 3 and you do want some dice and you want to support us, head out to Mystery Dice Goblin or Fan Roll Dice, pick out some shinies and use the code LEWT, L-E-W-T, for a wee discount, which goes to us.
That's awesome.
All right, so you are supporting us by getting yourself dice.
Are we
Treat
putting up a
yourself and us.
Yeah.
and us. Are we putting up a photo of the dice that we're sending out?
No, it's a mystery bag.
That's right. Okay. Yep.
We don't even know what they look like.
Oh, what?
When you get your
know.
dice, can you post photos
Yes,
for us,
please.
please?
Oh, yes. Tag us.
I want some mystery dice.
Well, you too can go to Mystery Dice Goblin, and if you spend your money on there, we'll get some of your money back, which is the prolonged way of doing it.
Okay.
Otherwise,
Is that tax deductible? Yes or no?
almost certainly these days you guys can make dice tax deductible, but if I said it out loud, you'll probably spend all your money.
That's true.
I would, yeah.
Otherwise, you can always head to our Patreon to help out. It now has a discounted yearly subscription, which I didn't know you could do, but you just press a button. So now somebody asked for it, and I went, I don't think you can do that. And I found out it was just a button. So I pressed it.
At any level?
I don't know.
Someone let us know.
But somebody already has done it, so I know that it does something like that. But you get a discount for signing up for a year.
That's
There's
cool.
also a shop, and we haven't actually put much on the shop yet, but I'm sure we'll get around to it. There is a section you can organise some time with me to talk about your campaign, sort some ideas out. Or you can sit with Indy, who'll make fun of your campaign.
She'll yawn in response.
All the way through as you describe the in detail stuff. And then all they've got to do is figure out the round thing goes in the square hole. Oh, they'll never figure that shit out. While we're at it, ladies, you haven't noticed this yet, but I stuck something underneath some bits of paper on your table. So have a look at what was sent to us by the lovely Jennifer.
Oh my God!
Oh my goodness, the detail.
What do you got?
Little knitted dolls that look just like our characters in really fine detail. They're not crocheted. They're knitted. Or maybe they are crocheted. Oh, what do I know?
This is insane!
Holy!
Aren't they gorgeous?
I'm in love. And what I love is the different colours of the hair. Like, it's...
Well, that is your hair colour.
Yeah, but it's like different colours. Like she's gone several
Highlights,
tones of pink. You don't understand because you're colourblind.
Oh, I don't know if you
what
noticed,
she
but I'm
has-
colourblind.
Yeah, but what she's done is she's gone like lots of different colours of pink or two different colours of pink. So it's got dimension.
Right, I believe you, but
Oh my
You know.
God, she's got a little fur coat. And these weapons are handmade. She has made these from scratch.
they are absolutely gorgeous. And we're going to take a photo of those and post them up online as soon as we can. Indy went to the toilet at the wrong time. She'll be back. Explain her. She loves them too.
Oh, I love the eye patch. Personal touch.
Is there anything under the eye patch?
There is an eye under the eye patch.
Oh, okay.
And it
Seriously,
is.
you looked under the pants to see if they're underwear.
Yeah, well, it's the details.
But why?
The little cape. Oh my God.
Because can you imagine if someone went to the effort of like actually sculpting with crochet a little bum?
Oh,
A little
they
bum.
didn't. But they did make their own weapons. Look.
Wow.
Do you have a weapon?
I don't have a
Do you have
weapon.
diagram?
And again, you can see pictures of these on our different social.
I have
Also-
a heart.
Yes,
Yes,
I think we
it's-
all.
Well,
I think that's her trademark.
questionable.
And hey, what I also like about these, you can do their hair in different styles, like a little pony. We could do a pony.
I love
Two
it.
little buns.
Some little pats. Oh, little buns. Okay, all right.
And we're back to the underwear. The two little buns. When we last saw the girls, they were in trouble, followed by the Lord of Lightning, still furious because the girls, and particularly Freya, killed his brother, the Prince of Ice. Flying high above the notorious sea of consequences, an expanse of water too dangerous to travel on or under, the girls were trying to make their way to Crujian's tower, which they called Mystery Island, to hopefully find yet another gauntlet, this one with the ability to control an army of clockwork warriors, who are currently preparing to march towards an almighty battle, where the probably just a little misunderstood Taudornus hopes a bloodbath will ensue, loosing souls from the dying and raising his mother, the god of earth. Just moments ago, Morrigan and the well-dressed moleman who runs Gressop's markets but really dreamed of travelling the world in his hot air balloon were not clear of that weather balloon, unconscious and falling, so unconscious that they were unable to activate the flying wing survival backpack they were both wearing. And then suddenly from nowhere, a ship appeared. Ladies, are you ready to play?
I'm unconscious, so there's no comment here.
Imagine starting the episode unconscious. With nothing to do.
I've never done that before.
Here we go.
It's just 3 girls, a dragon, and a handful of dice. Some guys telling stories, I'm sure they'll be nice. There will be monsters, and magic, and fire and ice. But it's mostly 3 girls, a dragon, and dice.
Here is the initiative order for today's battle that you have not yet finished and are close to dying in.
Yeah.
The Lord of Lightning will be going first, yet again. Then we have Morrigan,
Who's closer to death than most.
Yeah, you're on death saves.
Loot, Freya, Kaa'Riin. So I think you need to all know that. The Mole Man, he's not in the initiative order and is currently just falling to nowhere. But you do now notice that underneath this hot air balloon that you've been part of is a ship you should recognize, but you probably only saw it from inside. It was all dark last time you saw it as well. And it is indeed the Harpy's Howl.
Yay!
Indeed. And it is firing cannons towards, not you, you do look at me a bit startled, but it can shoot at the Lord of Lightning. And that's probably good for you because at this stage, you guys have not done anything significant to it.
Harsh.
And it has hit twice with its cannons as it swings around and gives it a broadside. And those cannons do a lot of damage. Also good news. Very nice. So the cannons have done 36 points of damage.
Oh, yes.
All right, so they are on your side. There are some problems though.
Nice work, Alan.
As they've swung around. Before they fired their broadside, they were nice enough to swoop by and pick up the falling bodies of Morrigan and the Mole Man, but those bodies are lying on the deck, unconscious, in the middle of death saves. The Lord of Lightning will be next.
Where's Loot?
Loot is with you, but
Are they?
inside the cabin. It's a rather large balloon.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's inside the cabin.
You're dead. I'm on death's door. Freya, where are you at?
Yeah, 10.
Okay.
Not great.
Yeah.
Not ideal.
The Lord of Lightning is next and tries yet another burst. Oh, he tries to do a burst of lightning, but he can't. And this really frustrates. He's completely unaware, so it's a completely failed move as he tries to launch. There's more
Did
confusion.
he take
in it.
psychological damage as well from the embarrassment?
He'd feel impotent.
If only. But no, he doesn't take psychological damage, but he is very confused and spends most of this time very confident, by the way, that he's going to destroy you.
Yeah.
Yeah, very confident in that. But he spends most of his time trying to figure out why he can't cast
He's lightning.
his most reliable skill. He's the Lord of Lightning.
What's his armor class?
It is Morrigan's turn.
Almost got you then.
Morrigan, how are you going on those death saves?
I haven't started yet.
Good, because we need one.
Okay. I can do that. Been a while since I've done a death save.
Hey, that's
Okay.
nice, right?
So I've just got to roll a d20 and it's above 10.
That's correct. 10 or above. You get the 10 as well. It's slightly better than
10
that.
and
50-50
above.
average, yeah.
10.
You have succeeded at the first.
Just.
Yeah, one success. Good news for you, and I'll roll for the Mole Man. Mole Man has not succeeded. Mole Man is on one failed death save. Alan is on board Harpy's Howl. And as you may recall, Alan's not bad at medicine. Alan has to choose between saving you and the Mole Man. I'm going to roll a d8, and you are the bottom 4, and Mole Man is the top 4. He will randomly pick. He comes to save you. So he's doing a medicine check with his many hands. And last time he did this, he was successful, and he was again. He has stabilized you.
Hey.
Alan's like a nurse. Really top quality. He saved people a couple of times now.
Yeah.
He just missed
Really
out on the
good at
opportunity
that.
to get the education
Yeah.
to live his dreams.
Was he the first aid officer at the tower?
He may well have been. He would have been the guy.
His
who-
first
yeah.
aid cert.
I can imagine Alan was the one they sent to every single one of those day conferences where you had to have someone who met some sort of proficiency, and he came back and said, I've done all the first aid.
Which is probably why he tried to put Old Mate back together.
Exactly. He just thinks he's helping.
It's canon now.
And Alan helps.
Do no harm.
That does lead us to Loot, and his first thought is about you, and he tries to heal. He's going to try and heal Kaa'Riin. From inside the room, he casts his spell. You can see again the staff that he holds lights up, but it also seems to fizz a little bit. It's not been as reliable lately, so every time he's doing that at the moment, he's seeing whether or not it's going to be successful. Good news is this time it is indeed successful. And Kaa'Riin, you get back 8 hit points.
Oh, thank God. I
Man.
was not going that well.
8 hit points, but then Loot ducks
2,
back
3,
down.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Slight
6, 7,
changes.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
We're really on a song bender today.
I know.
Welcome to my world, people.
Freya, what would you like to do?
I want to jump onto the boat.
You're already on something that's They can
Floating.
fly, but I mean, you can absolutely do that if you wish, and you have your flying pack.
So who's in the basket with me right now?
You've got loot inside the cabin, and you've got Kaa'Riin on the outside with you.
Okay, great. And I know that Morrigan and
The Mole Man.
the Mole Man have just fallen
But
onto
they did.
the boat.
It appears they have landed
And I really want to kill this
Lord of Lightning.
Lord of Lightning guy. Okay.
How would you like to go about doing that?
How far is he away?
He's around everywhere. It almost, at this stage, it's virtually impossible to miss. Because the Lord of Lightning is basically a storm around
Is
you.
he not a thing, like a person?
No,
body?
he turns into the storm. He becomes the weather.
So if I attack the weather, it does hurt him.
Pretty much at this stage, yeah.
Okay, great. I'll acid splash him. Yeah. Do I have to roll to hit?
No, you don't need to roll for Acid Splash. He needs to dodge. He needs to make a dexterity save. And he is the Lord of Lightning, so he can move aside rather quickly. Let me see how he goes on his dodge. He dodges the acid quite easily. He basically makes a hole in himself, and the acid just
Oh, that's cool.
flings out over into the water. You've just caused an environmental disaster.
Oh no.
Oh, that's all right, because the water wasn't really nice there anyway.
No, but I mean, you know,
Actually, she's got a point. It was murky and
Yeah.
just
don't
tumultuous.
cast grease next. If you can avoid that, please. Freya, what else would you like to do?
I want to get in the basket with loot.
You're going to jump out. Oh, no, you're in the basket. He's just in the cabin.
Oh, I want to get into the cabin.
Just run inside the cabin.
Yeah.
Probably not a terrible idea. All right, Freya, you head inside the cabin.
And I'm going to say, hey, loot.
Loot looks at you like, what are you doing
was
hiding
like,
in here with me? You just
move over.
You're bringing the attention.
If we just hide and close our eyes, hopefully it'll be over soon.
On board the Harpy's How, Captain Aneko is shooting into the sky, just randomly, knowing that she pretty much can't miss this storm that's around her, and starting to recognize what this thing is in the first place. God damn. And the Lord of Lightning again makes holes. The bullets go flying through.
This is such cool imagery.
It sucks because he's going to kill you. This is the last episode of the show, everybody.
For these characters.
Yeah.
Oh, we're all getting ready to roll new characters already, are we?
remember
Yeah,
Excellent.
I've been
D&D.
writing some. I mean, I'm not sure if
It
you'll
is
be
looking
invited
bad.
to play,
At
but
this stage, I know, I've managed to kill you all off. So the good news is you'd have about 12 months to plan it, because that's how long it takes you to get a game ready. Anyway, Kaa'Riin, it is your turn next.
nice little shot we got in there. But
I
speaking
know.
of shots,
Across the bow.
what's he doing right now? What's his facial expression like? He's got holes
He's
in him. He
just
doesn't care.
full storm now. It's a violent storm
Oh,
around
I can't
you.
shoot him with lightning then.
Yeah, you can shoot aim. He dodges stuff, but it's only if you manage to miss somehow.
How does,
Okay.
does he absorb the lightning?
His own lightning.
Yeah.
We're going to find out. I'm getting out my lightning guns.
And the finger guns, aren't you?
Yeah. Pew, 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 pew. And I'm like, oh, but you're looking for this? Pew, 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 pew. Pew, pew.
Awesome. Okay. Give me an attack roll. You're going to be +7 with your lightning guns.
Okay. Oh, sorry, I got to blow the smoke off my
Off your fingers. I would do that if you hit. It'll look less impressive if you blow the smoke off your fingers as he dodges you entirely. And he's dodged a
No,
lot lately.
it'd be like a Nintendo game. Like you blow out the cartridge to make sure that it's like, if it's not working the first time, you blow it out to then use it again.
So that's if you miss, you're only checking
Okay.
to see if
Yeah,
your
I was just checking to
cartridges-
make sure they were all good. Oh, I also want to lift my leg up and then shoot one onto that too. Pew!
All right. For unnecessary
Oh, and
excited
I want
movements.
to turn around and put one who looks like I'm farting lightning. You know what I mean? Like, pew!
through
Like a fart lightning. Yeah. If I go turn around and then like bend over and then shoot it.
through your legs.
Yeah, you get it?
I get it.
Yeah.
It's classy, that's what it is. That's what we're saying.
That's what the people say they like about my writing style. They say, my fighting style, they say it's elegant.
I think they call it your farting style. All right, let's launch.
It's a 12 plus 7.
You definitely hit. And there's almost a groan as the realization that you've stolen this power. Something you should have picked up already, but now it's really sinking in. Kicks in. And your finger guns do D10 damage each.
And I do my little blow of the smoke off now.
Of course. Yes.
Okay, and they do what now, sorry?
D10, you roll 2 D10 for these. They're pretty
yes,
nasty.
Yes. Can I have a D10, someone, please? 9 all up.
9 between them? Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, that does hurt. That does hit anyway. I wouldn't say it hurts a great deal, but it does hit.
How does he feel, do you think, emotionally about the fact that I took his lightning?
Deep inside, if it wasn't the middle of combat, it would probably affect him more. There's an embarrassment level, but he still just wants you dead.
Okay.
So the revenge
Maybe he
factor
thinks
is over
that
the top.
if I die, it'll go back to him.
Quite possibly. The Harpy's Howl pulls around again to fire, and that's when you notice that it's Jorda and the Being of Many Eyes on board who are doing the cannons, and Captain Anako at some stages, and they've got a couple of other soldiers on board, but it pulls around again to launch another barrage. It's actually got a better name than that. It's called a broadside. Nobody seems impressed by my broadside, but fine.
I don't know what that
Nice
means.
barrage.
Well, yeah. They do hit twice again. These things are good. They shoot out. They don't just shoot cannonballs, which is interesting. They shoot out like balls of elemental materials that fling out into the air. So it's not just like a cannonball hoiking itself along. And that is 19 more points of damage for this thing.
Jeez.
It's getting hit pretty hard now.
Impressive.
And yet, you can't really see it looking like it's weaker.
Lightning dude.
Yeah, it doesn't look anymore. The storm hasn't diminished in any way. There's still a lot of grey clouds. You can hear that sound the whole time, the lightning crackling, even though he isn't actually capable of launching it. He is still a fairly fierce beast, and it is now his turn. I'm less concerned now about his failure to use lightning last time, so this time he is going to try something different. This is again when he makes a huge thunderclap.
He's not a one-trick pony.
No, he has a few more things up his sleeve. This thunderclap, and everybody within 20 feet must make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
I might get knocked out. Having just woken up.
Morrigan, you are actually far enough away now. The ship that you're on board is further away, so this thunderclap does not affect you.
Oh, never mind then.
Oh, nice.
Carry on.
It's only affecting those in the balloon. He seems to be ignoring the ship.
Oh, I got a 2.
Bit rude.
I'll go 17.
All right. Kaa'Riin, it goes through you. It makes everything around you ripple, your clothes, the whole lot, shiver a little bit, but you're still standing there ignoring it. It looks really cool for a moment.
Yeah, I bet it does.
Yeah, like a shockwave just gone past you and you've ignored it. But unfortunately, it does knock Freya flying. Freya, give me just a standard dexterity check to see if you stay on board or not.
Yeah. 7 plus 4.
That is not enough. You have been knocked over the side as
man.
well. You're not unconscious. Well, I say you're not unconscious, but now I'll roll for damage.
Right. right.
That will be 9 points of damage, and you are deafened. Cannot hear.
9 points of damage.
Yep.
I don't have 9 to lose.
Are you sure?
You had
How
10.
you going?
I've got 1 left now.
You're on 1 hit point
1 hit point.
and falling through the sky.
Falling through the sky.
It's going well for you.
It's not, not
Morrigan.
panning out how I'd like it.
Speaking of being on 1 hit point, actually, you know my rules about death. Death save successes mean once you come out of a death save in any way, you come back with 1 hit point in my world. But until you are healed, you have to choose between your action or a movement for your entire turn because you're not back in. I just like that way. I think it makes it more exciting.
I like it because
It lets you play.
this happens to me a lot. Okay, so you're saying I'm laying there prone. I'm conscious thanks to Alan. Thank you so much, Alan. Nice to see you again, buddy.
You seem to have a strong connection with Alan now.
I love this guy. But I'm laying there prone and I can throw an attack, but I'll just be laying down doing it. I'm working smarter, not harder, definitely.
Well, we'll see.
I am going to... Did the lightning hurt him?
The lightning fingers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I am going to use a 3rd level chromatic orb because he doesn't have to roll to save, I have to roll to hit.
Okay. Ooh, how things have changed.
I know! But there's an option to do like different kinds of damage, and I'll just do a lightning damage if I succeed at this.
Okay.
Okay.
How much damage does it do?
It does 5d8,
How much does a fireball do?
8d6.
Okay.
And then I also have lightning bolt, which is also 8d6. Both of those are dexterity saves.
Okay, let her rip.
Okay.
You actually trying to roll to hit something.
I know.
We've waited a long time.
Oh no. Okay, so it's +7. 11 + 7.
Oh. You see the storm try to get out of the way of this one, but just the last second, the orb explodes and reaches out and sort of, like in sparks reach out. And it's almost like, you know when you see that, they're beautiful actually when you see lightning happening in the clouds and you just see the light behind the clouds.
Yeah.
It's like that. It rushes out across behind, and you know that it's not his lightning, it's yours that's doing the damage. So roll some damage for me.
Okay, 5d8s. 25.
25.
Yeah.
That's not shabby.
Not a single one amongst them. Kid you not.
This is unheard of.
Oh no!
You can now tell by looking at this storm. The storm is not as big as it once was. There are more gaps between it. There are more clouds that look white-edged. If you would say white and fluffy clouds that probably aren't part of his existence. Following Morrigan, is there anything? I know there's nothing else you can do.
I can't do anything.
No,
else.
but you do have Alan lying right next to you. Who's hello, and Alan leaves. Are you okay?
I am so glad you got out of that city alive, Alan. Thank you so much.
One of his hands salutes, does a salute because he is now on board a ship and he takes that very seriously.
I salute him right back.
He looks at you for a second and makes eye contact with you, gives you a sturdy nod. Alan really has it together now. He's seen some stuff. And he rushes over to the mole man and does another medicine check. And if this one is successful, then we are promoting him to senior medic. It is not successful.
Aww.
I know. So the mole man, when it comes back to him, will unfortunately be required to make a death save. Things could go badly for a man who just wanted to see the world. A kind man that you all hated because he was a landlord. Yeah. Which is actually not horrible, but
in this landscape,
in these days, yeah. Right now, they're not looking too good in this country. Lute right next to Freya reaches out and just puts his hand on your shoulder, and more light comes from him. And again, I will roll to see if he's successful with this one.
Please.
And again, he is.
Right.
He's holding up all right. There's a little fizzing noise, but and you see the staff get dimmer, and it doesn't get brighter after it does that, but still.
How many points do I get?
Ooh, 8 again. Less? I think I got 8 last time. And
right.
You feel a little bit better.
Thank you.
Lute then looks at you and leaves the cabin.
Why?
Because the fight is outside, he says.
Oh, Lute. Hide.
You can't win from the cabin.
Yeah, but they can do it for you. And then it will all be over and we'll be saved.
Yeah, but they can do it for you.
He's already gone.
Smarter, not harder, Lute.
And from outside, he's looking around to try to figure out what he can do.
What can he do? He's got no attacks, does he?
Yes, he does.
He's just lost
But
some
he's
healing.
just used his healing instead, so...
Yeah.
And he looks down and sees the ship. You see him just look once and just leap over the side.
Oh, thank God, I was hoping he was going to do that.
And you hear the wings of his backpack buzz into life, and he aims straight for the deck, and he gets there in one swift movement.
Superhero pose.
Lands, slides, all right, and moves over and mans another cannon.
What a dog.
What?
The battle is out here.
He's gone to
Stay
the ship.
with me.
He's going to fire cannons at the...
I'm still with you, Freya.
Wow.
Oh, you're still in here. Great.
I'm still here.
Freya's
I don't even think
outside.
the fuck I was.
I thought you were on the ship.
Freya's
No.
inside, Kaa'Riin's outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should we bail too?
Next turn is Freya's, as she sits there and can't believe Lute went off bravely.
I know. All right.
When did Freya become such a coward?
Yeah. She's tired. I look at Kaa'Riin and I say, should we also jump man a cannon or some crap?
Yeah, I feel like if I do that, is that an action or a movement?
That's a movement.
Great. So before that, can I cast an action to absorb elements?
Yes.
So I'm going to do that first. Because the next time he gets me, it's going to load me up with his energy.
Okay.
And then I'm going to load it right back at him.
Okay.
Pew, pew!
I will go a step further and we'll do something a bit different. You are technically jumping through him to get to the ship. Wait. Absorb elements is a reaction.
Yeah, it's just reaction, right?
And I reacted.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Here's what I'm going to do. He would normally get an opportunity attack because you're kind of jumping through him. But I really don't like opportunity attacks. They teach players not to move around. So I think we'll just adjust absorb elements a little bit in this situation, but only if you can give me a successful Arcana check, DC 10, and maybe it won't seem like too much of a stretch. What'd you get?
14.
That's good. Okay, we'll go with it. We'll go with it.
Yeah.
You're going to absorb some of his elements on the way through.
Yes! All right, so it's my action movement. I'm casting absorb elements.
You do that, you leap off the side, your wings bust into action, and you land on the deck. Give me a dexterity check. I didn't make Lute do this, but I would like you to do a dexterity check to see how you land. It's mostly to see if you do a superhero landing.
It's a 3. I don't.
Okay, you land hard. It hurts just a little bit, but
Freya
not
would have
enough.
killed you to feather fall us down in
I
a slow, cool
reckon.
motion.
Oh, I should have done that.
Freya,
Don't worry.
it is actually your turn, but Kaa'Riin was next, so we sort of went out of turn a little bit. But you do the exact same thing, except for without the cool bit where you absorb all the lightning and the elements.
Yeah, I'm just thinking I can't do anything else.
All right, give me a dexterity check. Maybe one of you can land coolly.
Yeah, no.
The two of you land behind Loot, who did land coolly, and you smash into the deck behind him like rocks. We're fine. Freya, give me a quick perception check. It will be at disadvantage, so to speak.
Oh, okay. Where did all the dice go?
It's in jail.
Yeah, there are a couple in jail at the moment. Actually, yes.
It's full house.
This is, what is it called? Release fund due to overcrowding. That's it.
How do we go?
7, so 9.
A 9. No, you don't really. When your head hits the deck really hard and it shakes you loose for a second, you just start to notice who's on deck. You don't see anything else happening at all. Full on at the moment. There's a lot going on, so it's not a surprise that you don't really notice some other things.
Okay.
Back to the Harpy's Howl.
Golden Spear.
Golden spear.
Golden spear.
Golden Spear.
Yeah,
Golden
all right.
spear.
Golden spear.
Golden Spear.
Glockenspiel. She's still the Harpy to you.
Technicality.
Unfortunately, because you both landed so poorly, you won't be able to quickly man one of the cannons, but Loot can. Morrigan, you can't. You're still on the ground.
Yeah.
We now have Loot, the Being of Many Eyes, Jorda. These guys are saving your butt big time.
We're holding our own.
Okay, you've done a couple of things, but there are now 4 cannons firing, which is a shame because only one of them hit. You see a burst of energy go flying off, and somehow, maybe it's because the storm is a bit smaller now, only one of these bursts of energy managed to do anything, and there's 7 more points of damage, which is rather pitiful. The Lord of Lightning, seeing so many of you move to the other ship, probably would follow, sends his attack in that direction. He seems to be particularly targeting Freya.
Classic.
Oh, he did kill his brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somehow.
And this time, he is going to flood you with a downpour of hail and rain. Now, it hits an area, but the middle of that area just happens to be Freya. Everybody will be in range of this hit, including the Mole Man. That will give him a failed death save or kill him outright.
Don't kill the mole man.
Not the mole man. He only just got his freedom.
Mole.
Man. He just got his freedom.
Oh, the poor little guy. Imagine tasting freedom and then it gets sucked away.
Yeah, you know what? It's like working your whole life to retire, just get hit by a bus the next day.
Oh.
God, if only Alana Morrissey could write a song about such things. Waiting their whole damn life to take that flight.
And
Remember that
the
one?
plane went
crashed down.
Yeah, but isn't this nice? That is a whole song about what irony isn't.
Yeah.
Which is, I think she gets a couple right.
Yeah.
Just a couple, just enough to make you go, wait, what? Maybe. No, not this one.
Yeah.
Like, 10,000 spoons when all you need is a knife. That's just fucking annoying.
Yeah,
But don't go to a spoon factory when you need a knife.
correct.
That's all it is. What I'll do is I'll just roll a bunch of attacks right here and assign them to each of you. My atrocious attacks continue. Okay, girls, Freya, you have been hit. Kaa'Riin, you have not been hit. Morrigan, you have not been hit. Loot has been hit.
No.
The Being of Many Eyes has been hit and knocked off his cannon. Jorda has been missed. Alan has been hit. And the captain has been hit. Oh, damn. I've got a lot of work to do to put all these things down. But I'm just going to roll 1 damage and everyone's going to take the same amount. The Mole Man, oh my.
Mole man dead.
The Mole Man will take, oh my God, my rubbish rolls. Will take just 5 points of damage from this hail.
Okay.
I just rolled 2d8 for that. That was abysmal. But 5 more points of damage for everybody. That leads us back to...
Just the people that got hit.
Yes, just the people who got hit, yes. Everyone else, somehow the shards of ice that are now embedded in the deck, it was hard, have managed to miss you.
So I'm just laying there.
Yeah, you've got like
And
a...
it's like, choom, like,
yeah, you've got like an
around my
outline
body.
of your body.
Morgan just looks up, she's like, that was embarrassing for you. That was embarrassing for everyone.
Yeah, if you do die though, they'll find it very easy to do one of those chalk outlines.
yeah.
Morrigan, it is your turn. Move or act. Those are your options.
Attack. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna go down fighting. Apparently, Bloody Fireball does damage even if I miss, so it's fine. Let's just do that. So I'm gonna do a 3rd level Fireball. He needs a dex saving of 15. Roll low, Cory.
Well, I have been doing pretty poorly today. That is a 4.
Excellent. I also forgot that you're the one rolling.
Yeah, well, in saying that, he does get a bonus to his dex, but not enough to do anything in that situation, no. So how much damage is that?
Okay, that is 8d6, which is going to be... Oh, there's a couple ones in there. 26.
26.
Oof. Oof. Oof.
Let's just say he's near single figures, people.
Hey!
Sorry, I said that wrong. He's near double figures. That's not quite as good. We are back to Alan. So Alan's trying again. He's using a different hand to try and revive the mole man. He's saying the usual things like, don't you give up on me! And all those things. And he fails again, which now means I'm rolling again for the mole man who has 2 fails. But that is a 12. It's a success.
Well, consider yourself lucky because I'm rolling to keep Mole Man alive.
You don't get to roll, but he's alive.
Because of you, Stacey.
Yes.
Good job.
Because of your anger with the situation.
Doesn't matter how it happens, just as long as it happens.
It's there. The mole man's in trouble, which Loot will have none of, and it is Loot's turn next. So Loot will leave one of his cannons and goes over and lays his hands down on the mole man and casts a spell. And again, find out whether or not that works. If this fails, it's so terrible for the mole man, and it does fail. Oh. He does not draw any power from his staff, and he is not capable of healing the mole man at this stage.
I just realised if you said he's near double digits, he's still got like 100 health.
Yeah.
I didn't say which side of that double digits it was on, but yes. That,
Alright, carry on, sorry.
I'm just saying, I probably shouldn't have said that, but it makes me laugh. Freya, it is your turn.
Near double digits, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Your highest dealing of damage. Whatever that is, do that. Like, can you do, you stack things, don't you? Don't you have, like, booming blade and you'd stack it with things?
Yeah, I wanted to... fine, I'll do that then. Alright, I'll fly up into the clouds. I will use my booming blade and my sword of deception to attack this creature thing.
So let's see how you go with this move.
Okay, so I have to roll
Yes.
to hit.
Yes.
Come on. Fuck me. 4.
It looks awesome, by the way. You buzz up high into the
Oh,
sky.
that was such a...
The sword comes out. It's like it even gets struck by lightning.
I hate this roll to hit move.
I just want to say it and make it happen.
Yeah. That's so annoying.
Yeah, the sword of deception even gets hit by lightning to make it seem even more exciting, and then you miss.
I miss.
You swing through just pure air.
Would you even go so far as to say a swing and a miss?
I would say that's precisely how that occurred.
All right, well then I'm just going to float back down.
And you land in a strangely superhero pose that no one appreciates. It's like, oh, why are you doing that? What's going on?
The moment didn't really call for it.
Yeah, it's strange. I mean, I know the sword got struck by lightning, but
my ego is so damaged.
You basically just jumped up and landed.
That was just weird fancy little jump for no reason.
Having landed and looked across the deck, you now see who all these people are. You can now see that Jorda is among the people who are here. There's a strange person in a captain's outfit. You can see Alan, and you see the being of many eyes who has also joined you, or joined this crew anyway. What else would you like to do?
Man a cannon.
Straight over to a cannon? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll do
run
that.
over to a cannon.
All right. Can I shoot that?
It will give me an extra roll when we get to the cannon's turn.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's handy.
So that's kind of
Very
good. If there's a person standing on the captain's guns.
On the captain's guns.
Is there a person manning the helm?
The captain was knocked down. So when we get to the captain's turn, which is now, the captain does stand up and makes her way back to the helm, a bit shaken, but seems to be okay. But that leads us to Kaa'Riin.
I am the cannon.
Oh.
Because
I am the cannon.
I am the
now.
cannon because I absorbed that shit on the way down.
Oh, yeah.
Which means I'm about to give it right back to him. And with that,
You can just attach that to an attack, can you? Is that what you can do?
all right, the spell captures some of the incoming energy.
Yep.
Tick. Lessening its effect on you and storing it for your next melee attack. But are my finger guns a melee attack?
No, they are not. You'd have to find a way to get into the cloud with your axe.
Can I load my axe up with lightning
You mean in the axe hole?
in the axe hole?
Have you attached the axe hole?
Yes, we touched it ages ago.
Okay.
quickly attaches the axle.
I say as I'm screwing it on. We did that like forever ago.
Yeah, it's on right now.
Can you please put that sound effect in?
Yeah.
Be
So it's
funny.
been attached now, but ages ago.
I'm loading up with finger gun lightning.
Okay, yes. So for
Okay.
some reason it looks like you're
Now it's in
stacking.
my axe.
You're stacking like an old musket.
I say, I'm coming in,
All right, so you leap into the sky with your buzzy pack.
and I'm raging. That's a bonus action. I can have that,
Yes. Okay, raging.
and I'm raging. I know what I'm swinging at. What am I swinging at? I'm just swinging at
into-
lightning.
yeah,
I'm
but-
just swinging at lightning.
Swinging
like
at
this.
stuff in the
You're
sky.
bringing the thunder.
I'm bringing the thunder. I'm bringing the lightning. I'm bringing the raging.
You launch high into the sky, and there's all sorts of lightning coming out of the axe.
Yeah.
And it would be just a normal attack with your axe, but
That's
with all this
melee.
extra
But I
damage
get-
attached. Yep. So this is just to see if you hit with the D20.
I'm going to do D20 first. I
And-
assumed I hit. I was very excited. How much do I need to hit?
I haven't told you yet.
I know. 19.
Well, damn.
That's good.
Plus 6, I think, is my axe when it hits.
That hits quite well.
Yeah.
So give me some damage as this axe full of lightning.
Yeah, and I'm
slices
raging.
through. +2 to your damage from raging, +6 for the extra D6, and whatever you roll for your axe. Oh no, you've actually got to launch out of the. You took your power and put it in the axe hole, so you actually get an axe hole bonus as well.
Okay.
Yeah, that's another D10.
Is my axe. Holy shit, that's a huge roll. Too huge for me. Lana!
Is it 31?
31.
That was a cool move. I love that axe hole. At first I was like, what a stupid name.
Axe cannon.
Axe cannon. What did we actually end up calling it? The Axinator or the something?
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Axinator 3000
But
or
I'm going
something.
to hang on to the axe hole. Well, that's not a nice sentence either.
My axe cannon's better.
Wow, that's a pretty good hit, and the storm diminishes further. It looks weaker again, but still there, still there. Alan has another chance with the Mole Man, and this is all 5 hands. He's now got all 5 hands, and he's pressing down.
Just crushes through his sternum.
Alan, you were such a good nurse at one stage there. That is 3 straight fails for Alan as well, which means if the Mole Man fails this, he dies.
Oh,
He's a genuinely good guy.
yeah.
Like, and Cooper invented him. So,
Aw.
yeah. Hey!
20.
I rolled a 20.
Okay,
I never do
that's
that.
good. He's back.
The Mole Man's back. He's okay. He's got a hit point. He doesn't seem like anything was a problem at all. No, he is scared as hell. Like, he's never been hurt before, and now he's almost died. And the first thing he sees when he wakes up is a guy with 5 arms who says, in his most heroic voice that he can muster, "Welcome back." And that's all he says. But the Mole Man, yeah, he's successful and back on his feet with 1 hit point. Well, he's rolling around on the ground. He's not back on his feet. It leads us to Loot, who again places hands on Mole Man. And let's see how that staff is going. Staff is successful this time. And Loot does give the Mole Man just 4 points back. Just 4 points back, but the Mole Man is alive and upright. We are back to Freya.
How many hit points do you think we've taken off him?
At least 31.
At least
When
31.
are the cannons? When do the
Okay.
cannons do their job?
Cannon's kicking again after Freya and Kaa'Riin's turn.
All right, I'm going to take a gamble here. I'm going to point and just say die.
In front of everyone. The audacity.
Well, I know, this is cool.
Well, I'm at a cannon. I thought I was a little bit discreet. No.
No, everyone sees you do this.
I mean, I'm happy for my character to know that you've been hiding something big.
You don't, I should point out, you have no empty gems.
No, but you can stack them in a gem, can't you?
Only if you can fit them.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, Freya. Point to the sky. The cannons are out in the open, so you are visible to everybody. Your hope is that everybody is busily looking at their cannon. You are not hidden away, but you point to the sky
Die.
and the storm ends instantly. A sonic boom of sorts stemming away from the original point. Everything blasts out, sucks back together really quickly. There's an incredible noise, and then blue skies and a whole bunch of people looking right at you.
Yes. What's his name again? Thunder.
Lord of Lightning. You're just writing down people I've killed. It's a massive moment. You're like, yeah. I need to get my paperwork done.
Tell you what, this job every year there's increased the admin pressures.
More and more pressure. Paperwork.
I spend more time keeping track of who I've killed than killing.
Dead. I killed him.
D-E-D.
You've killed 2 of the 3 brothers.
I have. Oh, that's why I need to write it down. I'm coming for the 3rd.
There's going to be a pissed brother out there somewhere.
Yeah.
There was. Ladies, well done. You've successfully taken out the Lord of Lightning.
Yes.
How many points were we actually away from doing it without that?
Yeah, you still had 80 to go.
Oh, fuck.
That was a pretty epic fight. But now everyone's standing around in shock because...
Yeah, I don't really know how to cover this up. I really don't know how to cover this up.
She just starts waving. She goes, it was just a dream.
Yeah.
I'm still laying prone on the deck at 1 hit point, and I just get my notepad out of my fanny pack and I glare at you as I write down my latest
Very
note.
obviously overpowered.
Freya has been compromised.
Same power as evil Morrigan, and then I underline evil and put question mark.
Fair point. Well made. Freya. Hey. What would you... I mean, I'll give you a chance to try and cover this up.
I'm going to use my deception
On us.
to try and cover this up.
This will be a disadvantage for obvious reasons, but there is no extra help for you here.
All right. Okay. 15. 13. Plus 2. Sorry, plus 9.
Oh, that's a big deal.
Oh.
All right. Now,
Woo.
here's the thing. You can deceive them. You can. They will all get a chance to roll to see if they are deceived.
Yeah.
I need to know how you're going to try and cover this up.
I didn't have a plan.
You need one, otherwise there's
She's
no
like,
dice
I'm
roll.
going to be deceiving.
I mean, you rolled early, but I needed to know what you were planning to do first. Tune in next week.
And then we come back and she's like, oh.
I'm going to say he just left.
We just saw you point at the sky and say die.
That was a coincidence. Wow, anybody else notice that? That was really weird.
I know how I would attempt to cover this up, but good fucking luck.
No, you are on your
I'm
own.
helping you. At this point, I'm looking over Morrigan Charlotte notebook and I'm just nodding and I'm like,
I'm turning through the pages and pointing.
and then I'm looking at her and looking at notebook and I'm
All right, that's what you've got. Girls, can you give me, let's see, you can give me an insight check on this
Sure.
one.
At advantage.
At advantage.
How would you have covered it up?
So you know how sometimes you say something and that thing happens and it's a huge coincidence? Whenever that happens to me, I'm like, and then I found $1 million and I look around the room and I'm shocked at my own powers then. And I'm like, oh, wait, oh, damn it.
yeah, you're kind of you're just
I'm
shocked.
shocked, yeah.
Yeah, you're like, what just happened? Hey, you tell me what just happened and we'll both know, huh?
Unfortunately, you went with what again?
He's just left.
You just left.
What check is this?
It's
was
an
over the
insight
battle.
check.
I rolled a
Insight.
19. I'm not going to bother adding any.
You don't even need to at this stage.
Add my modifiers to
Only
that.
way you could have done that better would be a crit.
Thankfully it was an advantage. 8 plus 3, so 11.
You in no way believe this situation, Kaa'Riin. You are convinced at this stage that something has gone very wrong with Freya's world. You're starting to piece things together so much. She has lost so much hair. She seems to not be skilled at things she used to be able to do well, but she's also hiding stuff from you all the time. Everything's coming together.
I forget she's lost all that hair. She's looking pretty raggedy at this point.
Well, she can sort of,
She's like a Barbie doll that a kid's taken to.
there's all specific, there are holes in her head where the hair should be coming
I
out
can
of.
see that.
But Morrigan, not so much. For some strange reason, you're like, well, he could have just left, I suppose. I mean, it's not impossible. And you look down at your notes and go, there's overwhelming evidence that something's wrong. But I really like Freya.
I just look at Maura and I go, lies, no, don't fall for it.
You can see me believing. I'm like,
Absolutely fucking not.
She's our friend.
You're like benefit of the doubt no matter what. But at the same time, there's so much evidence at this stage that something's going wrong. But you're like, yeah, but it can't be Freya. Freya doesn't do anything wrong, and I've known her for at least 2 weeks.
I put on the next page. Maybe she doesn't know what's going on.
You're like a little out for her.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
I like that.
Look, you are now
you
in
do.
blue skies.
Great.
You're now in blue skies. You have
A ship is sailing.
a ship of people on board who all look very stunned with what's just happened.
A very attractive captain who...
Very attractive captain, but also Jorda, who comes half running over to you for a second.
Jordan's kind of over her. Don't think you remember.
I must admit, he's
Jorda is over me.
He's a little bit over you, but also he's still a friend. He ran towards you and then stopped. Even Jorda thought
Because she's
something,
kind of gross.
something weird happened.
Is it the hair? Is it the hair? The missing eye? What is it? What is it that's not doing it for you?
Yeah.
He whispers to the being of many eyes, ooh, dodged a bullet there. He seems concerned, but also lightly fearful. And he's thinking something didn't seem right about the situation. So he runs and stops and he makes eye contact with you.
Awkward eye contact.
It always is with him. It doesn't matter how good the moment is. It's eye contact.
Yeah.
One eye, because I assume today you're wearing your patch.
I am.
It's one eye contact, and he's trying to make both of his eyes look to the side a little bit, like he's not making eye contact. But he's like, and then he says, "Hey."
Hi.
And he looks across at Kaa'Riin and Morrigan as if to go, "Is this something new? Is this she all right?"
Where's going?
You don't give him anything back.
Like we're shifty eyes and kind of like awkward chuckle shifty eyes is what he's getting from me.
And he does slowly walk over and put a hand on your shoulder. But you can see that it is no way anything beyond friendship this time, when there's no intent to hug or anything like that. But he does care about you.
You're just like, who is she?
She's processing the rejection at this point.
I know. I don't like being rejected.
Yeah, she didn't really want him. She just wanted to know he was there.
Right. He was
Changed her
the
mind.
backup plan.
Yeah.
And inside you hear Belloc laugh at that moment and say to you, "I had a feeling you didn't know what love was."
That's mean. Unnecessarily mean.
That is mean.
That's mean, Belloc. God. Thanks also.
Bitch lock.
Thanks also for saving our lives again.
I should start saying that to myself. That's mean, Belloc. Everyone's like, what the fuck?
Meanwhile, Morrigan writes down, "Belloc, still not sure though."
Talking to herself?
Freya, as Jorda walks away, Belloc says to you, "Why do you mock his love?" Almost a whisper.
Don't talk to me right now.
He wasn't this buff before.
He's really grown into himself.
Your shirt's still wet. How does he keep his shirt wet?
Sweat.
Just the oil stains at this point.
Oh, it's so greasy. That's like a serious question. I don't know how to answer it seriously. I think I'm afraid to, because I was adopted, I'm afraid to connect so closely with somebody.
But do you think his feelings are false?
No, not at all. But what if one day he dies or leaves and then I'm alone again? So I'd just rather stay alone.
Abandonment issues. Called it.
There we go.
Yeah. No, that's very
No, that's
good.
nice.
Very good.
Is that really enough of a reason to treat something so rare with such contempt?
Like Belloc can fucking talk.
Fucking hell. I don't know. Didn't you stab someone? Therapy session,
I'm
Belloc.
just going to deflect everything back to you.
I think you've got issues of your own.
Belloc. How do you look inward first, Belloc?
I don't know. Maybe I should be a little nicer, a little bit more caring, look after myself. I don't know. One day, let's just woo.
You hear like a sigh from inside, and she just says, "What would you know of love?"
Well, I don't fucking know. That's why I keep rejecting it.
Jorda, on the other hand, has now walked over, and while that exchange was occurring, Jorda is talking to Kaa'Riin. And the eye, the big being with many eyes, has also floated over. And they whisper to you. The eye just says, "I saw something." And Jorda puts his hand up as if to say, no, let me. He says, "Kaa'Riin, I don't know how to say this. There's something wrong with Freya. We saw her at the fortress, the Orchestral Sands, where her family comes from.
I'm familiar.
And we watched her fall from that height. She was already hurt. She shouldn't have been able to survive.
Did she have low hit points? Or high hit points?
I hate when you metal me. Anyway, fuck you. Figure it out yourself. That's all we saw.
So I roll perception.
And all you see is his finger.
No.
Perceive
Go back
this.
to it. All right, so she should have been dead. Okay, interesting. Go on.
But she landed. That's not what disturbed us. What worried us was when she walked back in, she could see someone else. She was looking at herself. Or maybe it was, I don't know. She pointed at her. And she just exploded. To pieces.
She fucking exploded.
Shh. Keep it down. She's just over there.
She fucking exploded?
Freya's hand just starts to rise.
Oh, God.
I'm kidding.
Actually, you know what? Give me a perception check to see
that
if
was a
you...
joke.
I know, but give me a perception check to see if Belloc heard it.
Oh, yes.
I covered
Good,
my tracks
actually,
very
cool.
well.
16 plus 6. 22.
Belloc definitely heard this. Definitely heard it. Unfortunately, Belloc can't control you yet. And
Hang on,
you can
what?
feel Belloc is trying to make you head towards them. Almost. It's like your arm does start to lift.
Fucking hell.
Back to Jordan and the being of many eyes as they try to look at that. You know when you look around at people who you know have now heard you, but you pretend you're talking about something completely different?
Yeah.
Yeah, George is, and so that's, I don't know if you know this, but I like my shirt just comes off sometimes.
Yeah, no,
So,
I have noticed.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's
Could you just check something for me?
accidental. No, Jordan, no. For the love of God, Jordan,
Is this
no.
7 abs or is it 8?
I hope it's 8 because 7 is an odd number to have.
Well, that's what I thought. And it shows you very clearly it's 6. But it's like, it's pretty impressive anyway. But seriously though, something's wrong.
I'm going to say, excuse me for a moment. I'll be right back. Don't move. And I go to Morrigan. I say, Morrigan.
You hear, sorry, just before you go, you hear the being going, dude, 6 abs, not cool.
I go, Morrigan. First of all, Jordan only has 6 abs. They're telling everyone it's 8. It's weird. Second of all,
So weird that we're even talking about his abs, but
our
okay.
fears are confirmed. Something's seriously up with Freya. Evil and shit, to be honest. Come with me.
And I follow after Kaa'Riin.
Where we go back to the being of many eyes and Jordan.
Between you, you can have a discussion about what you've seen, but really there's not much more information. The being,
No, I'm just going to whisper to her.
Yeah, the being and Jordan can only describe what they've
The
seen.
being and Jordan saw Freya explode Minty bitch with a point of a finger.
So that's not a one-off. And in the library, she disappeared and old mate died. So this is at least 3 times that she's done this.
And I know full well she doesn't have the spell that your evil bitch has.
No, and I reckon that's an evil thing anyway.
That's so fucking evil.
It's an evil spell to gain.
Yeah.
We also have the fact that she keeps disappearing. She's balding. She seems to still be balding even though Vinny's gone.
Yeah, she's fucked.
And she mentioned souls, and I don't know if it was just like a...
Yeah, she kept like souls.
Right?
Souls.
And she was still interested in gems. I think there's
Freya.
something seriously wrong.
Another perception check.
Am I able to talk to Belloc at this point?
Yes, you can always talk.
I think they're starting to figure out that you are in me. If I get the upper hand and let them know of your existence, they're not going to tell anyone, but they can actually help you. They can help us, you, complete your quest quicker because I can be open about it instead of trying sneaking around. Would you be open to this? Or are you just going to kill me? Communication is key.
Communication is key. Hold up, Belloc. Communication is key.
I mean, whatever you want. I'm just really trying not to die here and my hair's falling out and I don't like it.
You can roll persuasion.
If they find out, they're not going to trust me. But if I tell them and say, all right, this is the situation, and we go and complete Belloc's quest, she gets what she wants.
You complete the quest of an evil whatever it is.
Yeah.
Because that'll work out well, but I'll let you do a persuasion check. Remember, persuasion is a skill check.
I'm going to do it. I think it's the best chance.
You're going to try to use persuasion?
Yeah. 9 plus 2. That's above 10.
Well aware. Belloc is not persuaded. Not at all. But you do feel different. She seems to smile for you.
Oh, God, that gives me the fucking creeps. I feel physically ill at the thought of someone smiling for you, like possessing you and then just doing this. Oh my God, I could vomit. I got goosebumps.
Inside, Belloc finally felt free. Unconstrained, except by the incessant natterings of their previous cellmate, Honey. Questions after questions. If it's love you feel, why does it cause pain? Aren't you just afraid that it is you that doesn't know love? If you are a god, wouldn't you have the power to love again? Natter, natter, natter. But Belloc was free now. Free to destroy, free to whisper a simple word and watch as Honey's remnants dissipated and died. And yet, Belloc was restrained. I could remove you now if you wish. Your love is gone. I can end your pain. Pain? Questioned Honey. My love is almost free. Vinny is almost free. In that I feel no pain, only hope. Love makes hope, not pain. Belloc sighed and let Freya's smile fall. Ladies, what would you like to do about the general situation you've currently found yourself in?
What are you talking about? It's great. We're on a ship with all the people we love and miss. And the skies are blue.
Should we have a rest and get some points back?
I would like that.
I guess.
I would like to know who the hottie captain is.
Oh, so you just want to go and talk?
Well,
she
can
should
I move
talk.
now? I know I'm at 1 hit point, but
No
I'm
one
not
has helped
fighting
you.
anymore.
No, you're still lying. You're still lying on the deck. You don't just get all your hit points back immediately in my world. I know that that's how a lot of people do that.
That's fine. I just don't know if I can, can I actually walk or anything?
You can always move or do an action, so you've got a choice between those things. But look, I'll tell you, the sun is now setting, and you can see the vessel. You've got two vessels. They roped the balloon to the side of the ship.
Oh, clever.
They are. They've become a really tight crew.
Inigo also really does love ships and vessels.
Yes.
So
yes.
she is a collector
It's her thing.
of sorts.
She has a fleet.
Yeah.
But the vessel is sort of just limping in the same direction you were before, but not moving quickly, as though they haven't made a decision on where to go. It's just might as well be moving. But you do see one strong light in the distance set against a backdrop of stars. And everyone seems a bit quiet, but the learning captain walks over and asks, "Who's in charge?"
I shakily get myself up on my deer legs because I'm, frail and dying. And I wink at the captain and...
She walks straight past you.
Let me finish my sentence.
No, I'm not kidding. She doesn't even wait. She pushes by you as if it couldn't possibly be you.
No, I wasn't going to say me.
She doesn't
I had
care.
it funny.
Good luck with that.
She's pushing past me. I'm like, it looks like you are, darling.
Yeah, that is pretty good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But
I would have let you.
Oh, you would have DM'd to let her have it. No.
As
She
a DM,
doesn't.
I would have let you have it.
Oh, God. She doesn't even notice you. And there's a reason for it, because I am the DM. Because she sees loot.
Oh, of course.
Yes.
Obviously.
I feel like I've switched back into her now.
She walks very quickly towards loot, like with purpose.
Insight. Does she seem like she's doing so maliciously?
Give me a roll.
Like, does she have a hand on a pistol or anything?
Usually.
I rolled a 20.
You rolled a 20.
I rolled a 20.
You can tell that she does not feel good about loot. That she is, I won't say angry towards him, but not necessarily trustworthy of him, and harbours some
resentment.
Resentment is a good word. Yeah. It's like you've played that character before.
Because there was no price he would not pay.
Okay, I do a misty step in front of Loot and hold a fireball in my hand, and I'm like, no one goes near him.
No. It does slow her down. Oh, you got something else you'd like to say?
Well,
You didn't say, no, wait. I've got a better one. I've got a better one. Wait. Stop.
It's way more fierce, way more fierce.
Wait, I had a better one.
You'll really be intimidated by this one.
Yeah. Turns the fireball off, turns it back on again, and...
Whoa, lady, what do you want from the kid? He's with us.
Captain stops for a second and goes, how about another go? Is there a third thing you'd like to try?
Okay, yeah, sorry, I can do better.
Fireball goes off, fireball goes back on again.
I looked up to think for a second, and then I come back into my focus glare, and I'm glaring her in her eyeballs with my eyeballs.
She says maybe a pun. She raises her hand in that sort of dismissive, like, oh, maybe even a pun or something. I'd have tried a pun.
She's British, I think you'll find.
Oh, don't even try. My British is always, all right, governor.
She's like real Cockney British then. All right then. What are we got air?
I will burn this whole world down before I let you hurt this kid.
Ooh.
There we go. That's more intimidating.
Give me an intimidation roll then.
Yeah, don't say keywords from the skills list.
11 plus 4, so 15.
Ooh. She stops.
Yeah.
She stops. She doesn't look super intimidated by you, but it was enough to make her not push past you.
Okay.
Again.
Didn't she slap me before?
Yeah, but you were knocked out.
Oh, so Morrigan doesn't know.
You wouldn't know, yeah.
He's wake up, be like, ow.
Big handprint. You do look weak, though. You're standing there like you're about to collapse at any moment.
I'm shaky.
She just says to you, I just have questions.
You can ask him from there.
Governor.
Ask questions with your mouth, not with your hands.
She leans, she looks around you, and all she says is, where is Dutch?
I relax a little bit more.
Anybody want to answer the question?
Dutch is dead.
No, Freya!
What game do you play?
Well, he's not really still alive.
Dutch
is he?
isn't really...
He's transcended.
Yeah, he's transcended beyond.
Yeah, she pulls out a sword immediately when you say that and turns
Well, I
to
didn't
face
transcend him.
you. But she's concerned that you went from what's going on, and she walks back towards you with the sword raised, pointed towards your throat.
Oh, that's nice.
That's what you get when you say dumb shit.
I'm joking, but he's just not himself right now.
Not himself. What has happened?
Do you know Harkon?
She has no idea what you're talking about when you say that name.
Okay, so we have this friend named Harkon and this friend named Dutch, and they kind of
Merged.
They had a civil ceremony and became one.
Civil ceremony.
Thank you.
You're telling me that my Dutch has married someone else.
Not so much
No, not
married.
literally,
No.
just
physically.
physically.
Which sounds worse. No, it sounds
You know what?
Okay.
I hear it now.
He was kidnapped by a god and some kind of voodoo happened and his body and his mate's body have literally been merged into one body.
Have you heard of a bear owl?
No, I can't say that I have.
Huh.
But that story sort of seems like the sort of thing Dutch would do, to be honest.
He does get into some scrapes.
He's a man of mystery. An unusual manner.
Dutch and shenanigans again.
Yes, I
Yeah, where's your accent?
do. I told you mine.
I'm just going to chime in every now
Every
and then.
now and then she'll take over because
gonna be
for
like,
very
"That was
obvious
awful."
reasons. because I can only do the governor.
Yeah.
She hasn't quite decided whether to put the sword away yet, but she says to you, I assumed Luke would know where he was. The boy, they were inseparable at one stage. I've been watching these stories. I've been watching your lives through your eyes. Freya, is it? She says, walking towards Freya.
We told you to keep the eye patch on.
That's how we found you. I found these ones, and I saved them from the tower. And you hear in the background Jordan go, I was fine. I had it covered.
Had it under control.
Yeah. And
course
you
you
see
did,
Alan
love.
sort of looks over at Jordan like, seriously? Even Alan knows that he did not have it under control.
Alan just shakes his head.
Yeah. I only have one purpose now. I need to find Dutch.
Galeth.
Well done. I did not expect that from you.
And he's dead! Woo!
Yeah, he's at Castle Galeth doing an undercover mission for us. We're trying to save the world. This is what we do.
You let him go to Galeth alone.
He has.
He's
Half druid. Half druid?
He's with the druid.
Well, yeah, literally. He is the druid now.
The druid saved him once before.
Yeah, that's Harkon.
Ah. Never had a name for him. He was just a crew member. Didn't seem like he belonged. And they're together. With their powers.
Yeah, so they're merged.
With all their powers.
I don't know, to be honest.
They should be okay. All right, turn the ship around, everybody. And she
Whoa.
No, we're going to that island.
They have their mission. We have our mission. They have sent us, Dutch and Harkon have sent us to Crujian's tower. That's where we were heading before we got rudely interrupted by the Lord of Light.
I guess you could take the balloon again.
What balloon? The one
The balloon
in the
they tied
basket?
to us. Yeah, we've still got it.
Oh, we've still got it.
Yeah, because they tied it to the ship.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, well, I guess
Alan?
that's that then.
Alan,
Thanks
buddy.
for the save.
Hello.
Hi. Any chance I could have that half of that staff back, buddy?
I don't have it anymore.
Oh, no worries. Really rude to lose a gift.
I gave it to Jordan.
I did too. I did that, didn't I? Jorda. Hey, buddy, old pal.
Jorda smiles.
Hey, how you been?
Good. How are the children?
The children are great. We left them in a really safe
They're
space.
so good. Never been better.
Okay. What can I do for you? He shakes his head like he feels like he's done enough by just coming in awe to save his girl.
Look,
but at the same time, he
saving
realizes,
us saves the world.
Yeah, he realizes that, and he's part of him is like realizing that that this is a moment that has ended for him.
Okay, I see him shake his head, and I stop talking, and I telepathically talk to Freya. Hey, homegirl. Wonder if you could use your feminine wiles there, your friendship, to get me my staff back from him.
He's not into it. He's only going to want to press the
Friendship.
captain by being so generous and awesome.
Would you like to try and do that, Freya?
Try and coerce
Manipulate
him.
this poor guy who's been through enough
All right.
Into giving me back my property.
I lick my
that you
hand
gave away.
That you gave away.
Yeah. And then
I didn't know what it
freely.
was at the time.
You lick your hand.
and then try and slick my hair back.
Wow.
All right.
Maybe he'll just give it out of pity more than anything.
She's high. She's got decent charisma. So even though her hair is coming away and everything like that, it only looks bad because some of it comes away in your wet
She's a
hand.
changeling, can't she? Just
Not exactly. This is something that is causing long-term problems. But in wiping away your extra hair, you have made it even clearer that the hair's coming away. Otherwise, you probably would have just assumed that you've decided to allow part of your head to go bald. You know that bit where you make, people who really pull off that look like have half a head of shaved hair,
Yeah.
the other bits
Yeah.
kind of looked a little bit like that. But unfortunately, you've now wiped another handful of hair away. So he looks at you again like something isn't right. But yes, he listens.
So, Jorda, see, that staff, it's really important to us
Right.
and we need it.
On our mission to
Please.
save the world.
On our mission to save the world.
Right. Of
and by
course.
extension, the children of the night.
And it's going to help Cotton.
What? You said they're somewhere safe. Where are they? Because I'm going to them. The captain and I have a deal. So I just need to know where they are.
Why are you going to them?
The children?
Yeah.
Why aren't you?
Oh.
And he looks angry for a second when he says it like that.
Whoa, buddy. And I stumble because, again, 1 hit point here. I stumble towards him. I'm like, whoa, buddy. Can you cut her a break, please? She's clearly going through something right now. But we've sorted the children. They are fine. They are with their mothers, right? They are okay. But they won't be if we don't literally save the world. Like, it doesn't matter that we're not with them. If they have their mothers, they are safe. They even have 2 gods looking out for them.
All I asked was where they were.
Mountain. No, wait. Give me my staff and I'll tell you.
He didn't ask where they were. He said, "Why aren't you?" And then you stepped
Yeah,
in to
I was-
defend.
He
so
did ask where they were first. He does lead you
not without a little
inside.
shot in there. But go on.
Well, there's some bitterness. He sees Freya, and the last time they saw each other, there was a kiss, and this time she sort of seems to want something from him straight away. I mean, and he's grown a little bit in the last couple of days.
I'm going to jump in. Oh, is he walking away?
No. He was about to guide you downstairs into the ship, into the hull of the ship where you've been before.
Is he going to give us a staff?
What I do is I normally tell a story. Sometimes we play the game. Yes, you have won the staff. Quest achieved. He takes you downstairs, and you recognise the little jail cell you first began.
Oh,
in
yes.
Not too long ago, and you also recognise
A chest.
the 3 chests that you started with still there.
Oh, my goodness. Let's open them
Kaa'Riin
up.
rages.
Well, he leads you over to one of them because that's where he put the staff. And he just says, I just put them in here. They're funny. They're strange when you open them up. Whatever you put inside them just seems to vanish. But when you come back to it, you put your hand in and there it is. Every single time. You can't see it. You just don't see inside. It sort of has a soft glow to it. But every time I open it up. Anyway, he reaches in and pulls out the staff and hands it straight over to Morrigan.
I say thank you as I rush forward and I just lean over the chest and I yell, Starker, is that you?
Yes!
Oh my God, guys!
Morrigan,
guys!
I can't believe it.
You're okay? Is Sorcerer okay?
We're all fine here.
Hey, good news, Jorda. This is how you get to the kids. They're right through here.
Ah,
I know that sounds bizarre, but that's true.
Yeah, he looks at you like you're insane. What are you talking about?
This chest is linked to a magical snail god, which is where we left the kids.
Jordan turns around and just shakes his head and starts walking away.
I yell, hey, homeboy, and I just fall backwards into the chest.
Wow.
To prove my point.
I know, but you don't get all the way. It's not that big a chest. You just land in it. And right now, there's a whole bunch of kids living in Stucco who see your bum just sticking through. Meanwhile, at the other end, he's just watched you sit in the chest. Is there any reason why you've decided this is a good time to stick your bum in here? Says Stucco.
I was trying to prove to someone out here that you existed.
Well, maybe just my voice would have been enough. And you see Jordan walk back over and
Did he hear
take
the
a good
muffled
look.
voice from under my butt?
He does hear muffled voice. And he looks shocked. He does. He looks surprised, but he's seen so many weird things at the last whatever period of time that he says, and you're saying my people, my children are on the other side.
I'm waving my hands at the girls. Help, help, help.
others.
Yes.
Guys, lift me out. Thank you. I'm like, that is exactly what I'm saying, Jordan. And I pick up my staff, which was dropped in the kerfuffle. And I'm like, look, just ask to talk to one of them. I don't know any of their names, but because I'm not a good host. But
Cottons.
Say hello.
He doesn't bother with that.
Oh, okay.
He just walks back over to Freya. And he says, he just puts his hand on your shoulder again. And he says, I know I spent a lot of time chasing after you. But I realized that you were never exactly what I thought you were. And I was probably not what you thought I was.
I love this moment of growth, honestly.
And in this moment of growth, he said, this personal moment of immense growth, I just, sometimes we can be wrong about what we think we love.
Huh. I lean in for a kiss.
Oh no!
Please
That's
don't.
so awkward.
Oh God, don't do it.
Don't.
Realistic.
Oh no!
I'm joking.
It's too late. He puts a hand on your lips.
No.
He does the finger on the lips.
And you just die from embarrassment.
I'm
I know,
cringing.
He says, hush.
I say, is it the hair?
Your hair looks great. It really does. And I'm sure you're going to find someone just right for you.
Oh, that's.
I know, it's the worst line you get told by somebody.
That's my final hit point.
You take a psychic point of damage and collapse. And Jordan, in this moment, feels quite good about himself, but also feels sad now because he didn't realize, I'm sorry, I never meant to lead you to here. But I believe that when we look for love, it shouldn't be the first place we look. You and I, well, you were the first person I ever saw that way. But I've got a whole world to look through. And he just steps back and sticks his bum in the chest and wriggles around a little bit and falls through. Like he doesn't know how to get in. He's only watched you try to get in. So he assumes.
So the whole time this chest was a portal?
Yeah.
The whole time?
Yeah.
From episode 1?
Yeah,
Does it mean he has more of our shit?
It could.
I'm going to
Yeah,
stick my
just hear
hand
our
through.
fucking shit in there. I can't believe this.
Freya does stick a hand in, I assume, in your desperation to chase Jordan. No,
Yeah.
don't leave me.
I send the raven through the portal.
Belloc holds you together. Belloc's like, girl, no. But you do put your hand in, and strangely, after all this time, your bow comes out. The bow that you didn't bother looking for last time. It was always just sitting on the top. You now have your bow, a weapon you actually quite like.
I've always wanted it.
Yeah. And you notice when you pull it out of there, it's got Jordan's name engraved on it.
Aww.
Just it's sketched in,
Oh, I
like
can't-
as if, yeah.
Did you just do it then?
No, he's way past. I'm just quickly going to, you won't forget me.
Yeah. So I've got now a crossbow, a hand.
And a broken heart.
Aww.
Everyone else, what would you like to do?
Hey, Stucco, is Smudge okay?
Yes, he's here. He's doing fine.
Can you tell him he is my hero?
He already knows. He's been calling himself a hero for quite some time. He just refers to himself as that hero Smudge you've heard about.
He just refers to himself as a smudge.
But Stucco goes on to inform you that, everybody that was left before is now fine. The spider hasn't returned. But it isn't necessarily, there's no guarantee that the spider is dead. But they did such damage to the armies of the spiders beforehand that he knows that they're not coming back quickly. But It has only been about a day and a half since this all occurred. They've been free, and so they've been starting to think about how to leave and what to do. So you've got the Children of the Night, who are not all just in Staka anymore. They've been freely inside of the heart of the mountain. You've also got the Nine Lives Guild, and they have been sort of looking at ways up out of the mountain. They've been starting to work towards being able to climb together and back out into the mountain above. To potentially start lives again.
How big is this chest?
There's 3 of them actually, 3 chests. So big enough. Look, you could have easily jumped in that chest properly and gone through without touching the sides before.
Yeah, I did it the wrong way.
Had you not done that, but yeah, just the sort of thing you normally take to travel with.
I'm just wondering because we don't have the backpack anymore. It might be helpful to have a portal to a magical snail. So if we are taking the hot air balloon, maybe we take this with us.
It's not too heavy.
Can I fashion it into a backpack?
No, it's much too heavy for that, much too big for that. It would take 2 people to move them around. They're big, heavy travelling chests.
Yeah.
One of them is lighter. Freya's one was much lighter, as a wooden one. Yours was much more elaborate. If I remember correctly, we talked about it being an elaborate chest.
An elaborate chest. Yeah.
All right, we'll take mine. Take my wooden chest.
It still worked the same way. I guess it could be. It's possibly more likely that the wooden one could get damaged.
Yeah.
Broken.
And in your face, we could check off cure magical god snails from our list. We did succeed.
You hear the magical sound in the background yet again. Some little noise that makes you all look around at each other like, what's that? Existential experience. How would you like to get the rest of the way? What would you like to do next?
Should we just float off in our balloon?
Because Jordan's got into his thing. Aneko?
Captain Aneko.
Captain Aneko is on her way to Dutch, and we've told her where he is. We should probably give her a warning of what she's going into. Okay, so it's not going to be, I'm sure you'll find it very easy, but we would like to give you some heads up of what you're walking into. Basically, there is like this room full of stone women that is guarded by these really poorly dressed monks. What were they? Monks?
I don't know, like specifically stone women, not stoned women.
Oh, yes.
Don't get confused. That is what you said, but sometimes I'm worried they would have misheard.
The being in many eyes.
Excited.
Yeah, the being in many eyes like, dude.
So not that kind of stoned. They haven't had stones thrown at them. They are just now made of stone. That's a fair point. Thank you. But they're guarded by not just Caradrill, but also these poorly dressed.
Look, I can tell you at this stage, she's almost ignoring you though as you speak. She will not. What do you mean? She doesn't want to look at you.
Look, I don't know if I'm just being a little sensitive here, but I'm feeling like have I done something to offend you?
She turns quickly now that that's almost set her off, and there's fire in her face, and she says,
I'm just trying to help her.
Almost puts a finger up as you try to speak. How dare you interrupt me? You told me that if I took the gems to Dutch, he would be protected. He was not protected.
Okay, so that may have been my other half.
And her face changes like, oh, what's this shit gonna be?
Oh, for God's sake.
That's it. Yeah,
Good Lord.
Look, short version, I have memories up until about a week ago. I don't know how long this is.
It's 2 weeks.
2 weeks ago. Before that, just lights out. I have no idea. I do know that at some point, Dornis put me in a cauldron and separated me from a more evil version of myself who is currently ruling in my place.
One of my favorite things about our story is how often characters in our story hear some absolutely out there crap and then have to go, yes. That makes sense that you were splitting. No, she looks at you again with this.
It's what happens in Dutch, but in reverse.
Right. So do you know what the gems were for?
I know that one of them had my mother in it, and that's all I've worked out.
Right. She apologizes, but you don't know why.
What for?
She just looks at you.
Morrigan doesn't know though.
Morrigan doesn't know why, but her face is sore. Anyway, Captain Aneko apologizes and just says, one more thing to worry about, and looks out over the ocean again. Far below. I mean, you're very high, so, she looks down over the ocean.
Look, when you are going up against gods and demigods, like, things are bound to get complicated.
She just goes, yup. Just walks away, yeah.
What's Alan doing? Is Alan staying with her? He's coming with us?
He very much feels like he's part of the crew now.
Okay, cool. I love that for Alan. Good job.
He would go where the others go.
All right. Well, they just split.
Yeah, but he's not too concerned about that. He's just seen him go through the chest, and the chest is still on the ship.
Yeah, cool.
Wait, is there 3 chests? Can we load one onto the balloon
Yeah.
and take it with us?
And they'll all be
And now we just
interconnected.
keep that balloon forever with a chest on it. We've got like a home base.
And we can get back to the ship. We can get back to Starker.
Yeah. We can get anywhere we want and portal in and out as we please.
Love.
A still-forming hand reached for another of Starker's portals. A bag or backpack left abandoned on the end of a bed in a fortress quite far away. And yet, within the reach of fingertips. The hand hesitated. It would be hard to describe the hand's owner as the daughter of Lord Caradril, although that is what she once was. Now she was new, fresh. The souls of the many fed into the one. Her pristine skin glowed in the power of her rebirth. Her memories returned in pieces. A father, a kingdom, a sister of sorts. A sister who felt so close now as the hand reached for a simple bag.
Parents of tweens, if you're familiar with far-off drop-offs...
Dad, stop, right here.
Or get DMs about what's for dinner, you may be experiencing tween milestones. For your son or daughter, these can start at age 9. HPV vaccination, a type of cancer prevention against certain HPV-related cancers, can start then too.
For most, HPV clears on its own. But for those who don't clear the virus, it can cause certain cancers later in life.
Embrace this phase. Help protect them in the next.
Ask their doctor today about HPV vaccination. Brought to you by Merck.
Imagine this. The best pasta sauce you have ever tasted sits abandoned on a plate. Wasted sauce. That is a tragedy. If only you had used Barilla al Bronzo pasta. Its bronze-cut texture holds your sauce and scoops up every last drop. The Italians call that scarpetta. Capture sauce the Italian way. Barilla al Bronzo. Click or tap the banner to find out more.
This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. Between two-factor authentication, strong passwords, and a VPN, you try to be in control of how your info is protected. But many other places also have it, and they might not be as careful. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity is stolen, they'll fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit lifelock.com/podcast for 40% off. Terms apply.
Okay, well, we give the captain all the information we have on the castle so that she's not going in blind, and we jump on our ship, our little, not ship.
We maneuver a chest onto our balloon. Wait, our balloon's up, it's tied up. We have to bring it down first.
Bring it
All
down.
right, we rope it down. We load it up with the chest. We jump on in. There's going to be all this detail because of that time that you jumped off a thing without tying it. And now we know.
Don't look at me.
Sorry. Yeah. And now we know we're going to go through every
I'm going to keep my
detail.
mouth so quiet now so that I can find something you've forgotten.
Okay.
Go.
Yeah. All right. So we've pulled this down. Now, where's Luke? What's he doing? He's going with her? Or is he staying with us?
Your plans.
Nah, he'll stay with us.
He'll stay with us.
Yeah, Dutch wanted him to stay with us.
Yeah. Okay.
Aneko.
She's going to take that ship and go to Dutch.
Yep.
And Alan's staying with her. Jorda's already gone. We've got our chest on the balloon.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
We've loaded loot in there.
I'll make sure our backpacks are on.
Backpacks are on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gives you brief ability to fly.
Yes, that's right.
We're talking like 10 seconds, 2 rounds tops, really.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool.
You got the staff.
I got my half staff. Yep. No, we got the chest, so we can get anything from Starker that we need, or communicate back with the ship. I think we're good.
Lift off.
We're all on the balloon now.
Get on the balloon.
We're in the balloon.
I'm calling first sleep as
We
one
need
hit
Mole Man.
point.
Damn it, I was hoping you'd forgotten the Mole Man.
Why do we want Mole Man?
It's his
balloon. We promised him that.
Wow.
But because he doesn't want to go.
So
he
much
wants to,
privilege.
Sorry, no, he wants to adventure. I didn't want to take him into, but we're not going into danger theoretically.
No, we're taking him to the tower
But
to be
Captain
his
is.
dreams.
Okay, yes. Okay, fine. Mole Man can come.
Okay,
All right.
and Meatball.
I knew there was one more.
And Meatball.
Yeah,
Meatball's
good luck
on the.
with Meatball. Yeah. Meatball's like
He's kinda dead.
Meatball is rather neutral to you.
Yeah.
But he feels like he's done enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you ever need anything, just yell into the trunk.
Yes. Yes. Trunk killing.
So you need to leave the trunk open at all times, otherwise you'll hear muffled noises.
Nah, just bang on it.
Yeah.
It's got to go into it. The outside of it doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, but if they
Can't one of the kids come up and
Tap on the roof of the thing.
let that be okay.
No. No. I have my rules and I'm sticking to them.
All right, fine. Don't worry about it. We'll just figure it out.
Just have to leave the chest open.
No, I don't like that.
Or we can just jump in to go talk to them, I guess.
Yeah, we'll jump in if we need you. You jump in, we jump in or something.
We'll create a schedule. We'll come in. Someone will come through.
Can we how about what if we put one of those tins on strings through?
Yes.
I used to love doing that as a
That's
kid. I
so
thought it was
good.
Okay, so a tin on string.
Yeah.
Just scream into it. Can we
That's
have that?
loophole.
Can we have a tin on a string, Cory?
Okay, you have some tin on a string between the chests.
Great.
Okay.
Okay.
You
We can
are
just
now.
Mark my words, that's going to end up coming in very handy
I'm sure
one day.
it will. I'm sure it will for me and too as well. You were trying to send detailed messages, and I'm going, yeah. On the other side of the tin, it says this.
I guess we can just jump through one day.
Yeah.
The balloon lifts away from the Harpy's Howl, which turns and begins setting sail, I guess you could say, for Castle Galeth. And now you are floating towards that light on the horizon.
And I'm already asleep. I have found a comfy spot. I'm curled up in a ball. I am done for the day.
You can get a short rest in before you get there. If you take a long rest, it'll be after you've landed. You'll have landed out the front, so it's up to you.
Keeping in mind that my long rest is only 4 hours.
Yeah, you could get in a decent sleep 4 hours. The others could not.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
You may have a long rest. The other two can do a short rest to redeem themselves. And remember, as a rest, you can do anything. You can have a chat with people. You can just sit down and read, check maps. Anything like that is still a bit of a rest. It's just something that takes the load off for a little while.
All right, I'm going to sit there and flick through the book of Kaa'Riin, the Hitchhiker's Guide to Kaa'Riin. Just peruse it.
Well, Freya normally has it, but I'm sure she'd lend it to you.
Freya, I'm bored. Can you give me the book, the Hitchhiker's Guide to Kaa'Riin to read?
Yeah, of course.
You can ask about where we're going, or
You can ask about any place.
Wagga Wagga, New South Wales.
You can ask about any place that exists in Kaa'Riin.
Well, we've heard them all, haven't we?
Oh, God, no. No, this place has got all sorts of
I don't think
places.
we've listened to the one for where we're going.
Okay. I might just do a little bit of itinerary planning and get a bit of an idea of what's in the local area and show me Kaa'Riin's Tower.
Hi, I'm Elsie, and I'm the voice of the Hitchhiker's Guide to Kaa'Riin. Please state the precise name of your destination.
Kaa'Riin's Tower.
Misty Island.
Welcome to Kaa'Riin's Tower. 500 years ago, a completely sane wizard built a tower on a lonely sand island. Everyone said he was crazy or mad or insane or a few legs short of a spider. It's a local saying, but it gets the message across. Turns out he wasn't any of those things. He didn't like the hustle and bustle of a typical 9 to 5. So now he's completely off the grid, magically speaking, of course. His is the only source of magic in all of Kaa'Riin that isn't in some way linked together. And that means no one ever really knows what he's up to. Tinkering away, building things from other things, and generally making quite the magical mess. Oh, make sure you take the top floor tour when you're there. The view can be embracing. Haha, that's a clever play on words. If you were there. I mean, you have to actually be there for that one.
So I'm playing romance.
Possibly. This sounds delightful, girls. I'm looking very forward to this tower. I don't think that the guy's going to be happy we're there, though. Sounds like he's not keen on other people.
So now the balloon is bobbing its way towards Kaa'Riin's Tower, and the light from the tower is swinging around as it does for a lighthouse, when it suddenly stops and locks onto the balloon.
Cool.
That's where we end this episode.
Uh-oh. Zzz. Yeah, it's like a bug zapper.
We're going to get fried.
Maybe.
Don't worry about them. I'm sure they'll be fine. It's just a sudden ending. It happens all the time. So maybe there's danger or just a clever line. But don't worry about them. I'm sure they'll be fine. Right?